Alright then. Okay, so there's a little more dialogue added if you go and check it out with Ellen. I don't know if people were interested in that, but that's just a little something I had added. No, we're not gonna get pwned by fairies, hopefully. Fairy forest, loops, and whatever else. There's really nothing special with the fairy forest. Other than treasure chests and if you want to explore. Over here is where the original save point is for this area. Of course, this area was redesigned already when I transferred this into beta and gamma. And gamma? Gamma? Yeah, I guess a little bit in gamma, but it wasn't just fairies, I guess would be the way to say it. Well, I already knew that since Alpha, this place was gonna change, so. Luther, if you're in need of restoration, look to your right in the trees. You need my left. Look for a small gap, blah blah blah. Let's say there's a gap here, it's gone now. Another Silent Hill reference that no one got onto. I made it so that fairies can only cast their magic once, so you're not really getting pwned. It's not something I wanted people to suffer. Why am I in the mood for Campbell's chicken noodle soup? Randomly! Thanks, brain! I wasn't really interested in having Campbell's chicken noodle soup, but apparently it's a thing now. So glad the battle system has changed up. And Gamma, I knew that was something I wanted to do. If I ever taught... I told myself if I ever taught myself how to do Ruby programming and learn VXAs, I was going to change a lot of the interface and how people interact with, how people interact with the system. I'm trying to figure out if she has... whatever. Okay then. Ridiculously overpowered too. Not surprised. Damn. Well, if you don't fail once, you'll be sure to fail over and over and over again. Yeah, the enemies here, if you're not at right level in anything, you should at least be level 15 by now, at least in beta. Famous last words. you? Pop quiz, what was the name of the main bad guy? Of course, no one ever... None of my Let's Players, I don't think, I've seen find her. Of course, there's fairies all over the world when you start to really, dive more into depth. It's kind of like a, hey, pop quiz, if you've been paying attention to the storyline, here's something random. Yup. Yep, sirs. I believe I removed the item to be over here. The peculiar object for that elixir. That was just a simple turning the counter on and off. Of course, right when you get her back into your party, you'll have the counter. Magical slab didn't have importance yet. My reel is completely different here too, and how the end was constructed. Now this whole thing is that I already knew that Luther was from another world, but I kind of figured, you know, might as well have people by now get to know more about who Luther was. Hey Luther, I have a question. Don't you know enough about me? Enough of that. You know where I'm trying to lead here. You mean in terms of origins? Yeah, that's it. What planet did you come from? Ishthal. There isn't really much to say in that regard. I haven't been home due to recent troubles. Rumors of the past. What is your world like? In short, my world is very different, though we can't use magic. Technology is a bit more advanced. No, that's not what I mean. You must have parents, right? I'm sorry, Ellen. Family was never my stronger suit. You must have had someone important in your life. Can we just discuss business so we can get it finished? Alright. You want to know how Samuel broke out of his seal, correct? Yes. Leo knew it wouldn't last. The maneuver would only be temporary. She was hoping that if something were to ever happen, correct. There were more troubles recently. Those who claimed to be kings, they were the ones who broke the seal. I know that rumor. But how was the seal broken? Elemental spheres. 4 spheres containing universal elements. Earth, fire, water, and wind, which were once stones, but are now spheres. It was through these spheres that Samuel was capable of making his return. These elemental spheres, are they man-made? No one knows, but even these kings claim that the gods themselves gave them the spheres. From my experience, gods never involve themselves in mortals. Oftentimes, it's always been vice versa. During war, Leia had the ability to make mortals godlike, if they so desired, making many uneasy, some with her, even same with her sister. I'm not saying it is impossible that there are those who would change the very course of history. These kings have the ability to harvest specific elements to the spheres. So, it's worth of their combined attributes. Samuel broke free, leading to the current events. Your job is to retrieve those spheres. Why didn't Death himself do this? Even Death cannot fathom the gods. Earth Castle should be an easy access if we can get past the Forbidden Path. There should be no time to waste. We should rest for tomorrow. That, and it would also develop Alan and Luther's characters pretty well. I thought that was a nice addition. Of course, the Easter eggs over here too were... Thought there was something to this well, but you're not the only one. Who are you talking to? The player. Of course, that's the whole Final Fantasy reference there too. Now the Forbidden Path, oh my god. It's had plenty of changes, I guess would be the way to say it. Let me see if I can get them better equipment. God, yeah, these areas weren't as interesting. Myriel was designed after Cornelia in Final Fantasy 1, and the Forbidden Path was also redesigned. Yeah, this place isn't that interesting. Why does Ellen do like 500 points of damage? Something doesn't seem right here. well, no matter. That was changed. So, no matter to get powder over it, huh? It's reversed. I just think it's funny that their attacks and how they are kept on fluctuating. It didn't, there was no balance with this whatsoever. I know that Gamma doesn't either, but I plan on changing that by the time that I can get, everything arranged for Gamma. As long as I can get everything arranged and the storylines out of the way, which is my main focus, I can then rearrange the battle system. But the battle system, however, because... I'm gonna go walk through walls here, you guys already know this area. I want to go ahead and focus on the story and the mapping first. Enemies, I guess, would be way left field. I already knew what weapons I had, so I had the basis of everything. But it's just in terms of progressment, or however, enemies are always going to be my last concern or worry, or however. So as you can tell, this still hadn't gotten its own lantern system yet. That wasn't until way later. I'll go ahead and head back to the inn here real quick. Unlocking water! Seems legit. What I should do is use a memory crystal. I have plenty of them on me. But I'm going to... I have no attachment to these weapons and whatever else. This place isn't as big as what I made it to be. As you can kind of tell. I'm gonna walk through walls here a little bit though, because this place isn't really that interesting. God, so uneventful. I'm glad as time went along, I got better with mapping. So, eventually, as you can tell with the 4 here, the checkered pattern, and whatever else, I kept that. I liked it so much, I was just like, you know, I don't understand why people don't really do that and be creative with their maps sometimes. And that's basically what I did. Thunder Weapon! You just wasted your heal. What the hell, AI? That was pretty stupid of you to waste your heal like that. Maybe next time you should think. Okay, so the other one... Oh yeah, that's right, I got resurrect you. If you guys want to go and see what I did for Alpha of 2K3, I'm not going to play through that one. That one was very much cut and paste. Didn't really have a lot of improvements. But you can go ahead and see it on... my Facebook page. I didn't put it on my Patreon. I was going to say you can see it on my Patreon. No, that would have been a lie. Okay, so you can see it on my Patreon page. As to what Gamma and Beta is, but when it comes down to Alpha, you're more or less going to find it in Facebook. Anyway, I'm not gonna waste my time here. I should really use one. Okay, for right here, I'm gonna probably save. And put it into another episode. See you guys in a minute. Alright, so here's an area that was completely redesigned. And something I knew would benefit more to have more storylines, so I ended up removing also one of my favorite dialogues I ended up adding. Strange, thought I saw something. What, let me guess, another troll? Really, I saw him! Maybe I'm the one getting trolled. Helen, stay here. I'll see if I can eliminate them without too much hassle. Blah, blah, blah. Flee and I shall spare your life. I knew I saw you. I don't know why I eliminated it, but it's just one of those things. And by now I was trying to work with, should I do a stealth system, what should I do? And should be more of this and that, and blah blah blah. I'll walk through the walls here. The castle isn't really that impressive, but it was just more or less something you would expect from Alpha. Still not impressive, I know. No, there was no difference between this castle and the other castle I was dealing with. Yeah, it was very small compared to what it is now. Of course, during this, you had the availability to choose as to if these two would live or not, which I eliminated completely and just made it part of the storyline, so let them live. That way I only have to deal with him. Woohoo! I think that pretty much solves it for itself. we go. I'm very proud, actually, knowing, well, that I had the ability to sit down and say, okay, this needs to be rebuilt. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4. And then I went and said, hey, you know, there's a lot of areas that really need a re-sprucing of their mapping, and I went and did that too. Sit tight, hang on, there's something I do to break it. This was changed a little bit. Now, in the original Beta 1.0, this is where this whole area, after meeting Majol, who was the dragon, I'm not going to sugarcoat that and say, oh, it's just a secret. You can find it out in the demo, in the beta demo. Majol ended up becoming just where 1.0 ended, and I was like, you know what, I feel as if people need a little bit more to it, so that's why I added the Earth Tower and whatever, and Ivan along with that. I made it originally where Luther was actually sealed inside the sphere, but I just scrapped that too. Where are we heading? You guys know where we're heading. Get a cave. This is why I also combined Beta 1.0 and 2.0 together, mainly because, well, they didn't really have much of a dramatic change. People have been saying, oh, can't wait for you guys to discover this area. It was just awesome. People have played it previously, it was just like, oh my god, I can't wait for it. And it was great. And of course, I wanted to add in this puzzle. This puzzle was just amazing in the way that it ended up. Moonstone. As you can tell, there wasn't really anything to do with the main puzzle with the pillars. So I had to kind of add in the pillars. Because right when you put down these stones onto the appropriate pedestals, you won't be able to see the scratched notes. And that kind of was essential to the puzzle. I guess would be the way to say it. So yeah, go figure, right? Moon and Sunstone has the inspiration off of Chrono Trigger. And this puzzle kind of reminds me of what you would see in Resident Evil 2. I liked how when you were to press with these, that they would change colors and whatever else. Anyway, let's go grab the sword and get this done with. Warm rays of this yellow star soul slay the beast. Now, some people had problems getting past this part, mainly because there was something on the event page that they couldn't proceed through it, so many people got frustrated because they couldn't situate. But anyway. That's Sanglow. DKK have actually ended up having a better approach and everything else. I think I like the approach that DKK became like its own little side puzzle, because then it doesn't seem as though it's just generic. Oh, here's an Earth Guardian. No, tell you who the whatever. No, what? That changed. I can admit to my own faults as to what I've learned, how I've learned to develop this game, whether it is giving every place a bit of its own character and whatever else. So it kind of had its own reward system, I guess would be better to put that for. Of course, Ellen doesn't have this magic anymore, because then I looked at Chrono Trigger and I said, you know, that's a pretty good idea, giving everybody their own thing and whatever else. So everybody has their own 2 elements. 2 elements means, oh, they can team up with certain people, or certain texts can affect certain magic and whatever else. I didn't implement that in Gamma because I just didn't have the time to do it. Now, in terms of what I want to do in the long run, that's something I do want to go and try and re-implement, but that's not something I want to just drop completely, I guess would be the way to say it. Put another puzzle, blah blah blah, let's just get going. Check the statues. Sword of the Red Moon. I indicated once that, oh, are you sure you checked with the statues? I think I got rid of that. Probably picked the sword with us. Now, the Sword of the Red Moon is actually one of the more interesting. It glows with the blue sun. I was being clever with Resident Evil 2 references, I guess would be the way to say it. But what I wanted to do was that later on, that would actually become Luther's main weapon, and I think I wanted to then rename the sword after what we would find in Kingsfield. And if anybody's ever played that, I know everybody's played Dark Souls and Demon Souls, but not Kingsfield is the way that should be. Anyway, this is where this episode ends for now. I will see you guys in the next one, because in the next one we're going to be beating Ivan and whatever else. So, see you soon.